Okay, hi again. My name is Taylor, and I'm going to continue to argue that prostitution should be illegal, whether it is in legalized brothels or not. First claim that I'm going to be reiterating is that legalizing prostitution will not increase the safety of the women involved. Trey stated that in legal brothels, employees felt safe to come and go as they please. But a prostitute from Amsterdam said, I do know one girl that used to be forced in the past, but she came back to work in prostitution because she made more money that way. So there is clear evidence that prostitutes do not feel safe in the legal and regulated environments that they claim they are. He also talked about a source that stated that unregulated prostitution is one of the main sources of spreading STDs. But he goes on to contradicting himself by stating that only 6 to 8% of STDs treated around the world are STD related. So legalizing prostitution would not solve the problem of the spread of STDs like my opponents are trying to claim. So if only 6 to 8% of treated STDs are related to prostitution, then what is the main source of the rest of the 92%? We should try to figure that out before we are wasting our time legalizing prostitution. He also discussed the fact that brothels regulate, protect, and enforce rules. And like Bridget already talked about the percentage of men that assault their customers if they don't use a condom. So basically what happens behind the door or curtain is up to the customer and the sex worker. He also discussed evidence and data that supported his claim that legalizing prostitution will reduce health risks. But Cheryl Edwards, the former Attorney General from Western Australia, said up to 50% of brothel workers are undertaking oral sex without prophylactics. This figure is quite concerning because STDs can be transmitted in this way. So even if condoms are being provided or required during sex, they're going to be transmitted anyways. There's no stopping it. The next claim I'm going to discuss is that legalizing prostitution will not increase the safety of the women involved. Trey stated that women in legalized brothels do not feel trapped or forced in their profession. One study found that up to 80% of sex workers want to leave the industry, but said they didn't have other options for survival, and 2/3 of that 80% fulfill the criteria for PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder. So if women do not enjoy this profession or do it for fun, they do it because they have no other way to make money to support themselves. And the last claim that I'm going to continue to talk about is that legalizing prostitution will not help the economy. Trey stated evidence that in Nevada, annual tax revenues exceeded $20,000 per sex worker. Although this may be true, it does not mean that it is boosting Nevada's economy in any way, because Nevada regulated and taxed 11 counties, but they are still suffering. Unemployment is at a 23-year high and is only expected to increase. The state also had to cut spending by $1.2 billion. So as you can see, legalizing prostitution would not do any good for the society. Thank you.